is ready for snow.
Yes, yes!
And ready for sledding.
Ready, go!
Ready for skating. And ready to play.
That's what I'll do today. I'll get Tiger and we'll build an igloo.
Kipper is ready for the holidays.
Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve.
And ready for Father Christmas.
To Father Christmas. Anything, please. Thank you. Love from Kipper.
Merry Christmas, Kipper.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Are you ready for Kipper? Let It Snow. Coming soon on home video from your friends at Hit Entertainment.
Coming to video in 2003.
It's time to party.
Let's dance!
The Wiggles are at the movies. It's the Wiggles movie.
It's Wiggle time!
Join Greg, Murray, Jeff, Anthony, and all your favorite characters. Dorothy the dinosaur, Wags the dog, Henry the octopus, and Captain Feathersword the friendly pirate.
Who's a pirate with a feather for a sword?
It's a non-stop song and dance extravaganza.
Today is Dorothy the dinosaur's birthday, and we're going to give a great big surprise birthday party for her tonight.
It's a party and you're all invited.
Can you point your fingers and do the twist?
Everybody's twisting, Greg.
Can you point your
With all your favorite songs and fantastic new ones. All the fun.
Oh, yeah! Whoa!
All the excitement.
The magic wand! It's gone!
And all the magic. Have a wiggling good time. And join in the fun. At the Wiggles movie.
Dorothy's Magical Birthday, a movie adventure coming in 2003 from Hit Entertainment.
Hey! Christmas, here we come!
Tom's coming for Christmas! Tom's coming for Christmas!
Oh, honestly, Bob.
Look, that's me and Tom when we were kids.
This is a Christmas story about a special reunion between two brothers, a builder named Bob and his twin named Tom.
Can we fix it?
Yes, we can!
But it's also a story about a really fun bunch of machines. Oh yeah, and a very silly scarecrow.
Oh, wow!
And did I mention that it's also about a really famous surprise guest star? Hey, no pictures. And of course, no Christmas story would be complete without this jolly fellow.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
One thing's for sure, with Bob the Builder and all his friends, it'll be a blast.
Is there a Bob the Builder here?
This really is going to be the best Christmas ever!
It's definitely going to be a Christmas to remember with Bob the Builder. Look for A Christmas to Remember coming to home video and DVD in October 2003 from your friends at Hit Entertainment.
Oh, friends come in all shapes and sizes.
Hello, Angelina.
And they always seem to be full of surprises. Sometimes they're small.
Most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Sometimes they're tall.
May I have the honor of this dance?
Yes, a good friend will say the kindest of things.
Just look at those wonderful wings.
Even when we have the wrong attitude, the best of friends will never be rude. So take it from this little ballerina, whose name just happens to be Angelina.
This is for you.
A gift from a friend is the very best kind.
It's not my birthday. Better
best friends can give each other presents anytime.
And a friendship is something that no one can sever. Because a friend is a friend, forever and ever. Look for Angelina Ballerina, starring in Friends Forever, on home video on VHS and DVD. From Hit Entertainment.
He's everybody's favorite pretend playmate.
Whoa! Hi, everybody!
He's always ready to have a good time. And now, he's going on the adventure of a lifetime. So grab your imagination and hop on board Barney's Adventure Bus.
Yeah!
And just leave the driving to you-know-who.
And away we go!
It's Destination Imagination as Barney and all his pals turn their favorite places into Barney-sized bus stops.
You can go anywhere if you just pretend.
First stop, Barney's Peppy Purple Pepperoni Pizzeria.
The Pippy Popple Pipoloni Pizzeria?
We'll have to make it a dough first.
Then, get ready to ride out into the wild, wild west with Barney as your sidekick.
Barney, when I said 10 gallon, I didn't mean this big. Yeehaw!
This bus stops at all the great imaginary playgrounds. So hurry up and get a window seat, because this is one bus ride that can't be missed. And one bus driver you'll never forget.
And you were the best bus driver I've ever had, Barney.
Barney's Adventure Bus. Pulling into home video now from Hit Entertainment.
View the world through your child's eyes, and you'll see why they love him.
So the last time we saw this character, Madame Subing, she was fired from the academy for taking the blame for some students cheating to save them. And this story picks up from that moment onwards and goes a little more in depth to discover who this character, Madame Subing, really is. Oh, bye Madame Subing! Madame Subing has always been seen as a very fierce figure throughout all the episodes in the Titan Academy. And in this short film, when you rip off her title, you rip off her ego, what you really get is someone who's really just trying, and problems are coming to her from all different angles, and for the very first time, we see Madame Subing vulnerable.
Madame Subing is a teacher. Well, she was a teacher and now she's unemployed, so she's trying to figure out who she is without the status of being a teacher. Well, Madame Subing has always been known as this very egoistic teacher. She's very proud of her status as a teacher, but in I Am a Teacher, we really take that away from her and we go deep into who she is as a person. Yeah, sorry, you must be hungry. I'll make you a quick lunch. So she goes through all kinds of problems that anyone would in life. Financial issues, family issues, and also issues with her own pride, right? She faces so many struggles because she's handed so many opportunities and shortcuts throughout this entire short film, but she chooses to take none of them. And that's a very big part of who Madame Subing really is, just a very righteous person.
So despite having comedic origins, Madame Subing's backstory is rather gloomy. Her ex-husband wants to sell the house, he wants to take the daughter away, and she's having financial difficulties. Hence, what we as the audience discovers, along with the character herself, is the realization that the important thing in her life is her relationship with her daughter and the extent she would go to fight for it. The fact that Madame Subing is no longer working in the Titan Academy means that we have a little bit more space to explore what she's doing outside of the current story that we are simultaneously telling, and we are able to find out more about her background and her story I think with our other characters, we are able to develop their story in a more comedic way. But because Madame Sut Beng has a darker story, we are able to take on a more serious approach and a different format for this.
So Madame Sut Beng is Vicky's mother. She's a very strong and independent person, which can be quite overwhelming for Vicky. So as a result, Vicky feels very disconnected from her mother and becomes very rebellious.
Amanda and I have known each other for almost 10 years now. So we are very close to each other and we know each other's patterns. So she knows how I direct, I know how she acts.
Just make sure she's back by 9:30.
Of course. Okay, not so loud. But Amanda has been a joy to work with and she really, truly understands the character of Madame Sut Beng. This character that I've written, she has made it herself. The funny thing is, when we came up with this character, Madame Sut Beng, we thought about what could be the most annoying auntie that we could think of in a Chinese New Year situation. That is why we actually named Madame Sut Beng Auntie Sut Beng. And we actually have a nod of that when Louis calls her Auntie Sut Beng.
Thank you, Auntie.
Auntie? When I first heard that I had to play this annoying auntie called Auntie Sut Beng, I mean now better known as Madame Sut Beng, I was like, I am nothing like this in real life. So I actually draw a lot of inspiration from my own mother, and JianHao sometimes jokingly say that she's the original Madame Sut Beng, and I have to say I can't really disagree because she has her Madame Sut Beng moments. My mom actually passes me her own clothes and she was like, do you need this? You can dress like that when you play at Madame Sut Beng. And she'll bring out another set, do you need this? And so most of the wardrobe you see actually comes from my mother and her old clothes. She really helps me in portraying Madame Sut Beng, and when she sees me rehearse my lines at home, she actually tells me, no, I don't say it this way. I actually say it like this. You have to go like that and like that. And I'm like, okay, duly noted.
So James is Madame Sut Beng's husband, well, ex-husband. And this is actually the first time we see him in this universe. And we get to understand his true intentions, which is to sell away his house and Madame Sut Beng's house so that he can move overseas. And that means he also wants to take Vicky away from Madame Sut Beng, which puts her really in a very vulnerable position where she has to get out of her comfort zone and fight for what's hers.
Sut Beng's husband was always a mystery to us. We've never had anyone play that character before. So when we were casting for someone, I wanted someone that looked very nice on the outside because, well, Sut Beng did marry him, but then on the inside could be a little bit more evil, a little bit more mean. And when Keith came in, he looked so kind and nice, but then when he started reading for the role, it was like, bam, that's the guy that we need.
Wouldn't prioritize anything over my daughter. Isn't that right, Vicky?
Really? Was daughter the first person that you were thinking about when you decided to run out with another woman?
Calm down, Sut Beng.
He's kind of entitled because he feels that he can do whatever he wants with money, which includes taking away the house and Vicky away from Madame Sut Beng.
So there comes a point where James actually gives Madame Sut Beng a check which pretty much symbolizes a shortcut or a choice that Madame Sut Beng decides not to take, and she decides to just fight and get out of her comfort zone.
He's disrespectful, he's demeaning, and on top of it all, he cares for no one else but himself.
So throughout the short film, Vicky goes through a realization of how she sees her father. So at the beginning, Vicky thinks that he is this very wonderful man who does everything to support her and even wants to bring her all the way to China to work with him. But then as the story progresses, we start to realize that he's not actually the man that he says he is. He's not the man that he appears to be. And actually Sut Beng, Vicky's mother, is the one who has been there for her the entire time.
Not now, Vicky. Now's not the time.
So Alex plays Adam, who happens to be the owner of the restaurant that Madame Sut Beng applies for a job. And at the start, he's a little bit reluctant to offer Madame Sut Beng this job. However, because she's so genuine, he decides to give her the contract. And as the story progresses, Madame Sut Beng and Adam actually develop quite a strong friendship.
Adam is Madame Sut Beng's new boss. He is open-minded, he's kind, he's warm, and he's so generous, in contrast to Madame Sut Beng's ex-husband, James. And to me, at least, he's sort of a hero to Madame Sut Beng when she was at her lowest point.
Take the job, Sut Beng. You deserve it. You were made for this.
So Alex also happens to be a close friend, in fact my best man at the wedding. So it was really interesting and it made me very happy to be able to work with him. So when I wrote this character, his intentions and his lines, I actually had Alex in mind when I wrote everything. And the crazy thing is that I did not expect to cast him, but somewhere along the way we just decided to ask, hey, you want to try this out? And wow, he really delivered.
Working with Alex was quite an experience because JianHao wrote the part based on Alex. So for him to come in so willingly to act out the character and did so well throughout the entire filming process was quite a sight to see. He himself has a very kind-hearted nature and he's very smiley and very positive, so it really reflects in the character that he played.
Aiden is a little boy who happens to study at the restaurant after school and happens to cross paths with Madam Suk Bing, who with her teacher instincts decide to take a break from her waitress job and starts helping Aiden with his homework. So Aiden is played by Lewis, who we have quite a strong history with together if you've seen our previous videos and the story with Lewis. And it was such a pleasure working with him.
We met Lewis when he was just a fan and he was sort of struggling with his health, and we wanted to bring some positivity to his life. So JianHao and the team actually went down to visit him one day and started playing games with him, and he started getting a lot better, and we're so happy to see him as a healthy boy that he is now. Lewis really put in a lot of effort to rehearse his lines. He was repeating it while on set, and I was going through with him, and he looked so happy the minute he came on set. And when we first saw him, we were like, oh my goodness, he's so tall now. He really grew from the first time we saw him, and he did so well acting the part, remembering his lines, which was honestly quite a lot. So I'm very proud of him and what he has done for I Am a Teacher.
My name is Hakim and I'm the cinematographer and also the editor for I Am a Teacher. I've been working with JianHao for about 4.5 years now, and I'm the man behind the camera and also the editor for the Titan Academy videos. So having worked with JianHao for about a couple of years now, we sort of understand how each other work and we have this synergy going on. But going onto this short film, there are some things that we did differently. So with this short film, I worked very, very closely with JianHao on the shots that we wanted. So working on the comedy videos, JianHao is mostly in front of the camera, so with that, he has to work a lot more with the talents on the delivery of their lines. So for the short film, it was more of a collaborative effort because JianHao is very insistent in his shot while I have my own ideas. So what we would do is that we would just shoot multiple shots of the scene, and then once we're done with that, we just bring it to the editing room, and then from there we would just see which is best for us. So when I first joined the company, I've always wanted to shoot and edit a short film. So being able to finally shoot a short film, I was very emotionally invested in this short film.
So when I first casted Vicky in the Titan Academy series, she was really quiet, and as somebody new to our Titan fam, she was very shy. We just tell her not to say anything, or we just tell her, okay, this is your line, say it with a monotone. But this time we were really trying to bring out the emotions out of her. So I think it really was a challenge for her, and I'm really proud that she has delivered such a performance.
Working with Vicky was really fun because we are so familiar with each other and we already know this relationship between Vicky and Madam Suk Bing, but I Am a Teacher really went in depth to show the struggles between a mother and daughter, the push and the pull, and I think every mother and daughter will be able to relate with the both of them, myself included.
In this short film, it was quite a challenge for me because I'm doing something completely different, which displays more emotion, more lines. I wouldn't say I'm totally the same in real life. To the people I'm closer with, I can be myself and talk more and be more outgoing. I would say I'm more nervous working with the new cast because I don't know them, so I don't know how I'll react to their roles and how they would respond. Working with the usual cast like T1, T5, I'm much more comfortable.
As I was reading through the script for I Am a Teacher, I was looking at the different roles that we had to cast for, and I was like, wait, James has a girlfriend, husband has another girlfriend. So we needed to find someone who could embody the role of being very flirtatious, a little bit more frivolous, someone who likes materialistic things, a little bit more on the, you know, fun-loving side. But at the same time, Millie is also a very likable character because at the end we find out that James not only has Millie, he has another girlfriend. So we needed Millie to kind of be like the victim in the situation as well. Like as much as she wanted to move to China with him and was involved in all this materialistic stuff that she wanted, she was also hurt in the end. So justice for Millie. Let us know if you want like a short film with Millie.
Well, it's not easy being vulnerable on camera because you really have to pull out a lot of inner emotion and a lot of struggles, and I think I might cry. But sorry. I think playing Madam Subing comes from a place where I know what my mom has done for me when I was a kid. A lot of things that most people won't see. As I got older, I understood. In Chinese, there's this saying called 打是疼,骂是爱, which is to hit is to dote on, and to scold is to love. That's what tough love is. It's just doing whatever it takes to make sure that your child grows up well.
I don't want to revise.
I said, let's go through the chapters one at a time.
You're not even my teacher anymore.
The slap.
The slap.
The slap.
We did not expect it to happen so fast, but the slap literally went
You're not even my teacher anymore.
really hard, and before we wrote, we actually said, let's just go for a take, let's do a good one, and we don't have to do it again. This is because we've done slap scenes many times in the past, but not one like this.
I'm sorry, Vicky, who's standing over there watching me do this. It sounded really, really hard, and my hand actually felt the impact of it after slapping her, but everyone was so in it.
You're not even my teacher anymore.
And Jian was like, keep going, keep going. So we were just like, okay, we'll just keep going and I'll just apologize later.
Actually, at first, I just wanted to get over and done with because, I mean, the slap scene is, I would say, it's fun. Because I've never done something like this before. So it's quite an experience to do a like slapping scene or like crying scene compared to the usual poker face. I was a little bit shocked. I was also a little bit like, okay, like I need to not laugh, I have to keep going so that we wouldn't have to cut.
We continued the scene and it ended up being a really, really good and really, really strong take. And I think we did a very good job considering that her face became really red after I slapped her. And I'm just really, really sorry. Just guys, just know that I have no hard feelings towards Vicky. I did not enjoy slapping her, and it's really just for the film. Vicky was a real champ to take that slap from me so willingly because she was like, it's okay, it's okay. Just let me, it's fine. Just one time can already. Oops.
So usually for the normal Titan Academy episodes, the 15 minutes episodes that you see, we would finish filming it in the course of a day.
Yeah.
But for the short film, we actually spent 5 days and 3 days of reshoot. And that 5 days was during the span of Chinese New Year. That didn't cross our mind because we're doing weekly videos and we are in the flow of doing these weekly videos. Usually we would cramp up all the content into one day.
Yeah.
But for this, we spread it out. We spent a bit of time, well, quite a lot of time planning the shots. And often when it was not perfect to us, we would go back to reshoot it. And that's why we had another day of reshoot.
3 days of reshoots.
So after we were done shooting for the short film, we were told that I had to reshoot the slap scene on another day, and I just sent Amanda a bunch of crying emojis on WhatsApp. Yeah, like.
We actually spent a day reshooting the slap scene, and initially it was a 5-minute long take with Amanda and Vicky performing the whole scene. We thought of doing an awkward long take to emphasize on how uncomfortable it was feeling. But we realized after looking at it in the editing suite, we realized that we could have used more angles to accentuate the character's emotion. So we had a reshoot, and Amanda had to slap Vicky a few more times. But it gave us a good opportunity to bring the lighting to a more gloomy atmosphere. And also, we broke the 180-degree rule.
Yeah.
Not even my teacher anymore. Vicky.
Which I didn't like at the start.
He didn't like it because usually for our comedic episodes, we go quite by the book. We follow the rules. So when I first told him, let's break the rule, he was quite shocked because every single time when I see any of our crew, in fact, break the rule, it's a no-no for us.
Yeah.
So when I first said that, he didn't quite like it, but it sort of symbolized the fragmented relationship between Madam Soup Bing and Vicky, and I felt it looked beautifully uncomfortable.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yes. So regarding the bus. When we finished editing, we actually realized that rather than just having a normal transition, it would be nice to see Madam Soup Bing at the bus stop because it shows that she's just like every normal person.
Yeah.
So we went onto Google Earth and
searched for the best looking bus stop.
So we visited quite a lot of bus stops on Google Earth, and I think we found the perfect one. Initially, we were just supposed to have one, but after he put that into the whole short film and I looked at it, I was like, you know what, we need another one. The tough thing is because I know they were under the sun, it's not a bus stop with shade.
There were a lot of people at the bus stop. Like every single minute you'll see people at the bus stop. So it was very tough to get that 10 seconds of no one at the bus stop. And she was directly under the hot sun and I felt bad. But
it was worth it.
It was.
So in terms of set design, what we actually did was that we hid Easter eggs in different rooms and in different scenes of the short film. So in the house, we have T1, T5 textbooks, we have Titan Academy new merch, we have Soup Bang's infamous megaphone. So we have lots of little things within it if you can like find out what they all are. Also for costume, it was quite difficult because Soup Bang has this very standard style, and in a lot of the normal YouTube videos that we do, she wears the same thing, or like the same 3 outfits repeated through all the videos. But for this one, we had many different days of Soup Bang. So Amanda really had to go through her mother's wardrobe to like find all the clothing, which was very, very difficult. We also had to match one of the outfits to Soup Bang's last appearance in Titan Academy when she got fired.
Well, for the editing process and the workflow,
it was easier. Definitely easier, I would say. Definitely easier.
And that actually took us by surprise.
Yeah.
Because we are so used to working with
multiple layers.
A lot of clips for that usual 12 to 15 minute episode that you guys see, types of students. That is really difficult. And plus, we have a lot of sound effects, a lot of music. This one was a little bit different.
Yeah, in like 1.5 days, I was done with the whole entire structure of the short film. Yeah, which I would take at least 2 or 3 days for like 15 minutes Titan Academy series.
The interesting thing about this project is that Daniel Verapan, he composed the music
the
himself.
whole thing, yeah.
So none of this music was royalty-free or licensed music. Yeah. This was film score that was composed just for I Am a Teacher. Well, I've known of Daniel Verapan for quite a while. He's a sound designer, and the music of the whole short film is done by himself and Daruma Productions, where they would do the sound design, the Foley, and basically beautify our audio, I would say.
Yeah.
When we put the ending together, we actually used the soundtrack from The Dark Knight.
Yes, Christopher Nolan's.
Yep. And I sent it to Daniel Verapan, and he told me, okay, maybe that is a little bit dramatic, and I agreed. So I said maybe something more hopeful, something more inspiring.
Yeah.
And I did not need to give him any more instructions, and he came up with this beautiful piece of composition. And when I put it into the film, I told Hakim, I said, even if everything else is bad, the ending makes up for it.
Hi, my name is Daniel Verpen. I'm a music producer and film scorer for I Am a Teacher. When writing the music for I Am a Teacher, it was really important for us to capture everything that was going on through the film, all the ups, highs, and lows, as well as all these sad and happy bits. But more importantly, it was really crucial that we showcase the softer side, the more hopeful side of Madame Sootbing, because, she's known for being a hard person. She's also a normal human being with, love for her daughter, love for her passion as a teacher, and she really has dreams. And it was really important for us to actually reflect all of that through music. When writing music for film, it's really important to guide your audience through recurring themes much earlier, even before the scene actually even arrives. So one of my favorite scenes to score, besides the end credit scene, was the scene where Madame Sootbing smacks Vicky. We actually wrote a theme and introduced it much early on into the film, and so when you listen to it and as you go through the film, it keeps on building, it keeps on building, it keeps on growing with the character, with the story. So by the time you actually get to the scene where Madame Sootbing smacks Vicky, it's all finally let out through emotion, through heavy music, through great acting. It's a real fantastic scene to score. Working with JianHao and team has been a real joy. It's really important for directors and composers to be in sync with one another, and I truly appreciate them trusting us with their vision, and looking forward to see what Titan Studio comes up with next.
So after editing everything, we didn't let anybody in the company watch the short film because we wanted everyone to watch it together and have a lovely surprise. We managed to have a day where we showed the short film to the rest of the team together, and I think it was quite satisfying.
It was a very heartfelt moment for me. That finally everyone gets to see it at the same time. I think that's the best feeling ever.
We had that one joke.
I'll get a part-time job even if I have to.
Just focus on your studies.
Because I really refrained myself from writing in any jokes. I said I'm going to take a very serious approach to this short film, and it's going to be completely different, but I really couldn't resist to add one small touch. And initially Daniel composed the music over it, and I had to convince him, please just let me stop the music there. And so we were watching at the back, and I was just waiting, and when everyone laughed, I was like, yes, it worked. Amazing. That one joke. I only wrote in one joke.
Working with JianHao has always been fun, and it will always be fun, but for this, we really took a very serious approach, and we really tried very hard to steer away from jokes and really go into deeper meaning with this entire story. And to see him work is really just a sight, because you see the way he thinks and the way he focuses and how he channels and makes sure everything flows together to make the script come alive. And on set, he's so focused about every small little detail, and I'm just always constantly in awe of the way he works, and I will always be proud of him as a friend.
So for I Am a Teacher, I did consider an ending where Madame Sootbing ends up back in the academy. I decided to go with the tuition center instead because I think it not only completes her redemption, but it sort of elevates her, and I think that's rather empowering. The film starts with her wanting to be a teacher, and it ends up with her being more than just a teacher. She is a mother, and that is really more of what the focus of the story is. In its essence, the story is about a mother. It's about someone who keeps trying and doesn't give up. And I think there's a Madame Sootbing in all of us someone who doesn't take the easy way out because she's proud of her identity and of who she really is.
Coming into this entire project, I think the vision originally was to showcase a different side of Madam Subing's life, something that's a bit more emotional as compared to what we normally do. At the end of the day, to us it's very important to be able to send this message out that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Anybody can be struggling just because they appear very happy and positive and strong on the outside does not mean that they're really feeling that on the inside. And we hope with that everyone has a little bit more compassion to one another.
So I hope everybody will appreciate their teacher after watching this, because we often underestimate how difficult a teacher's job is, and we almost never care about what they are going through, and it's almost as if the only thing we know about them is that they are people who give us homework, which is clearly not the case. I Am a Teacher is dedicated to all the teachers, all the mothers and parents out there, especially the single ones, who know how it is to love, sacrifice, and go through struggles without anybody understanding them. A relationship between a parent and child isn't the most straightforward one, and it's not about being right or wrong. Take away ego, pride, and you'll realize that there are a lot more important things than that.
It's Barney's Moving Groove Dance Mat, where kids can make music for hours of dance party fun.
Let's dance!
6 songs. Feel that beat? Then add sounds with your feet. Find the guitar. Now dance like a star with the best dance partner of all.
Super D Duper!
Barney's Moving Groove Dance Mat. This mat's where it's at. I got a friend in my neighborhood. Cool shot. Just for kids, just to make them feel good. He's a man. Makes it possible to have so much fun. It's unstoppable. It's Cool Shots Play.